Hey guys, Big Geordie Geek here, and I'm back with another battle report. We missed Friday. I'm experimenting. I'm using a new camera. Well, I'm using the camera I'm filming on now to take the stills. I previously avoided this simply because the phone seems alright, but this actually seems to be cutting out some time. So there may be some focus issues. Some of the aspect ratios aren't necessarily right as I'm trying to experiment because I don't know what I'm doing with a proper camera. I really don't. I've got two expensive, nice cameras. I ain't got a clue how to use them. You know, it was just like, I want a nice camera. I'll buy a nice camera, and never really thinking about it. Anyway, I'm trying out this. Anyway, so let's crack on with the battle report, shall we? And this sees a return of the Adeptus Mechanicus at long last. Okay, so let's start going through the army of the Imperium, and here we have a tech priest with his Volkite and his power axe. So he's gonna do some jobs, I think. He is accompanied by a Catapron Destroyer. I was going to say Breacher there. I actually have these from quite some years ago. I built mine with... I built the ones I got from the magazine as Breachers because I already had two sets of Destroyers and didn't need any more Destroyers. So here's a Destroyer with the Grav Cannon and the Flamer. And they're accompanied by Skitarii, who've had before, and as you can see there, I armed my Alpha with the Power Sword. On the Necron side, we start with a Overlord here with his Void Scythe and Resurrection Orb. Then we have 5 Immortals with the Gorse Blasters there. And finally 10... focus on this. I need to sort of get it, but you've got 10 warriors there. Focus on the first one with Gorse Flayers. So turn 1, here is the setup. On the left we have the Adeptus Mechanicus with the Skitarii Rangers in the middle, the Catapron Destroyer at the top there, and the Tech Priest Dominus at the bottom left. On the right we have the Necrons. At the top there you can see the warriors. On the in the middle there you have the Overlord and then Immortals. So turn 1. The Immortals and the Overlord begin a march forward, making an advance and relentless march, which gets them quite a bit far forward. The Immortals quite a bit more than the Overlord. The warriors march forward a little bit as well, and they fire their Gorse Flayers at the Catapron, hitting it 5 times and wounding it twice, but the Catapron plate protects the Destroyer from any damage. The Tech Priest and his Skitarii march forward. The Skitarii then fire at the Immortals with their galvanic rifles, hitting them 10 times and wounding 3 times. This causes 2 Immortals to be destroyed, with reanimation protocols failing to kick in. The Rangers then fire their Plasma Caliver, hitting once, and an arc rifle which missed. An Immortal is slain, and again the reanimation protocols end up failing. So I've got the pictures in the wrong order there. The Catapron Destroyer had already rolled forward towards the warriors, and he fires his heavy grav cannon at the warriors, hitting 4 times, only wounding twice, however. 2 warriors are slain, but immediately get back up again with the reanimation protocols. For turn 2, the warriors remain standing to give them a better footing to shoot at the Destroyer, while the Immortals and Overlord move forward. The warriors fire their Gorse Flayers with rapid fire at the Destroyer, hitting 16 times and wounding once, but once again the energy just dissipates against the Destroyer plate. The Immortals shoot the Tech Priest as he's the closest unit, hitting him 4 times and wounding him 3 times. 2 hits manage to make it through his armor and wound him. The Tech Priest stays still as the Skitarii move forward. The Skitarii then fire their galvanic rifles and hit the Immortals 10 times, causing 4 wounds. This eliminates both Immortals, leaving the Overlord standing alone. The Tech Priest fires his Volkite Blaster at the Overlord and hits him with both shots, but the Necrodermis holds and the Overlord remains unwounded. The Destroyer, having rolled forward, fires his heavy Grav Cannon, hitting with all 5 shots. 3 warriors fall, but one manages to get back up again with his reanimation protocol. The Destroyer then fires his Cognis Flamer, hitting the warriors 5 times. But we've gone back to the beginning to another shot there. But the flames just heat up the Necrodermis and do no damage whatsoever. So, turn 3 sees the warriors moving to support the Overlord, now that he's isolated from his Immortals, and he moves into cover himself. The warriors open fire again on the Destroyer, hitting it a total of 9 times, causing 3 wounds, all of which manage to pierce the armour and cause it to dissolve into its constituent atoms. Then it's the turn of the Skitarii, who then move around to get a better shot, or well, a shot on the Overlord, and they then fire their galvanic rifles and land a total of 8 hits, causing 2 wounds on the Overlord, which go through his Necrodermis. His invulnerable save does nothing for him. Then the Skitarii fire their other weapons, their galvanic, their Transoric Aquabus, their Arc Rifle, and the Plasma Calavier. And these cause an additional wound on the Overlord. The Tech Priest Dominus then fires his Volkite Blaster at the Overlord, but one shot misses, and the other just dissipates against the Necrodermis, doing 0 harm whatsoever. And at the start of turn 4, the Overlord uses his Living Metal rule to heal one of his wounds. The warriors then open fire on the Skitarii and get 10 hits with 9 wounds caused in total. 6 of this, they've fired there. They've already, having moved close to the Overlord to protect him. And 6 of the Skitarii are destroyed by the Gore Slayers. They just fall down, die. The Overlord then charges the Skitarii in an attempt to wipe them out, and using his Void Scythe, he manages to do just that, leaving the only person being left on the field is the Tech Priest Dominus. So he then fires both his weapons, his Macro Stubble, which stupidly up until now I've really forgotten about, and he also flies his Volkite Blaster, So the Volkite Blaster manages to take off 2 wounds off the Overlord, leaving him on just 1 wound left, and the Macro Stubber finishes him off, winning the game for the Adeptus Mechanicus. So that was a fairly, well, not convincing win, but it was a good win for the Mechanicus. You know, the Overlord couldn't score, so the Necrons couldn't win. Simple as that. I'm kind of conflicted, although to be fair, I'm wearing my Adeptus Mechanicus t-shirt today when filming support, so maybe I'm not so conflicted. But no, that was a fun match. I hope the difference in the camera has kind of done good. I don't know. I'm not going to have a report on Wednesday. I was planning on it, but I'm going away next weekend, so I've got to get filming to keep continuity going in terms of actually getting the reports out. So I need to film a report for the Monday, because I'm not going to have a chance to film it over the weekend because I'm in Essex playing Horus Heresy with the Adeptus Terra podcast. But yeah, awesome. So if you've enjoyed this, thumbs up, share, like, everything. Go consume the entire back catalogue. It helps. But anyway, thanks for that. Keep rolling those dice, and I will catch you next time.